Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ohak Kade, I'm a composer and you are watching B-Side Battles, where I take a number of B-sides suggested by you guys and I listen to them, give them a brief analysis and then I rank them in order of preference. We have a very stacked lineup today. The songs we're going to be checking out are Run for Roses by NMIXX, EXO Forever, Day6 Rescue Me, JYJ So, BTOB Heaven, and TVXQ Hey Don't Bring Me Down. On YouTube here you will get my analysis and my ranking, but you will not get the listening portion, so if you would like to watch the full reaction, check out the Patreon link in the description. Also, the majority of these songs were chosen by my patrons, so I'll say this again as I always say, the best way to influence the channel is to become a patron. Lastly, the winner of this battle will get a lyrical analysis. The order that I'm listening to these has been randomized to keep it fair, so NMIXX will be the first song we're checking out. I'm not familiar with this group. I'm excited. Let's see what we have here. Interesting, very interesting song. Okay, I have mixed feelings on this one. Let's get the vocals out of the way. I think my biggest compliment to this song is the level of vocal talent. Now, I'm not familiar with these members, but Lily and Kyujin really stood out to me. Those guys have some serious pipes on them. Lily especially seems to be the standout lead singer of this group. Some really beautiful runs, lots of personality in her voice. The vocal melodies are really strong in this track. I'll get my positives out of the way first. I love the very celestial, magical, almost fairy tale-like quality of some of the instrumental in this track. It does have like sort of a Middle Eastern flair to it, and I really like that touch. It's one of my favorite things about this song. It has what I believe is known as a calypso beat, which is the bump, bump, ksh, bump, bump, ksh, which I cannot tell if that is a good thing or a bad thing in this case. I'm going to lean towards it not being a particularly good thing for me because it is such a common trope when it comes to music that has a sort of Arabic or Middle Eastern flair. Like, I'm reminded of songs such as Dip It Low by Christina Milian, which is a great song. But you know, this combination of a beat and instrumentation has been done to death, really, in pop music. But that said, I still really like the melodic portion of that Middle Eastern influence in this song. If the rhythm of the song was a bit less generic, I would really like that. There are so many wonderful vibes in this song that it is a shame to reduce it down to such a common rhythm as that one. Also, I wasn't crazy about the country influence. I will give this song props for the creative merging of a sort of a country vibe and also this Middle Eastern vibe. They're two quite different things. But again, the way the country guitars were incorporated in this song, they did feel a little bit bland and generic. So that's a reason why I wasn't crazy about the verses, but the pre-choruses and the choruses and the bridge, they were all such beautiful pieces that, again, this weird American country guitar coming in, it felt a bit jarring and uninteresting to me. So again, that's why I have very mixed thoughts on this song. It probably is not going to end up in first place unless we get some serious stinkers from the rest of the songs we're going to check out here. But again, mad props to their vocals, and I really did enjoy there was also a post-chorus sort of bridge section. It was like bum dee da dee da bum dee da dee da. You know, it's catchy, so I can totally get down with that. And I'm intrigued by this group, and I do want to hear more from them. So for now, I totally forgot to bring up my my graphic here. Yeah, so there's Run for Roses starting off the list, and then once we check out EXO Forever, we'll see if it stays in first place or if EXO is going to bump it down to second. Let's jump right into this. Listen, I can already tell you this one is going in first place. So let's just get that out of the way. To me, this song was just perfect. Okay, not perfect, but it was really, really good. I have so many positive things to say that I might as well just get my slight criticism out of the way first. Some of the synth samples, especially during the chorus, sounded a little bit dated. There was some harsh synth sounds in the chorus that I wasn't crazy about. But apart from that, the rhythm of this song, the atmosphere, the vocal performances, the vocal melodies, the rap parts, the overall mood of it really spoke to me. And I just love that chorus. The falsetto part in the chorus really does it for me. The chord progression in the chorus too, it has a certain epic quality. It's a type of chord progression that you would even get from a metal song or like a hard rock song. It sort of has this uplifting epic quality that, yeah, really spoke to me, and it fits with the title, the theme of forever. It's a very like infinite, a vast concept. And that's a theme that I think this song nailed. I just loved the ad-libs in it. And as I was listening, some parts even made me quite emotional. And it's not because it's a particularly sad song or anything, but it's just when music really hits you in the heart and you're really enjoying yourself, sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming in a good way. In some of the parts where all the harmonies and the compositions were just coming together so perfectly, I did feel myself welling up a bit. So that's why this song is going to be hard to beat in this battle, but we don't know what we have ahead of us. As for individual performances in this song that stood out to me, I loved Suho's parts and Schumann. And these are two singers that I don't usually highlight, but I really liked their parts in this song. Wonderful discovery for me, this particular one. And it's been talked about a lot in the comment sections and stuff, so it's crazy that I'm only getting around to it now. But yeah, there you go. So let's move on to Day6, Rescue Me. There's been a lot of noise about this song in the comments, so I'm excited to check this out. I'm keeping my expectations neutral. Let's see what's going on here. I can see why my viewers wanted me to check this one out. It is probably the most metal-oriented, heavy song from a K-pop group that I've heard in a while. I need to think this one through a bit before I decide where it's going to go. This is one of my favorite Day6 songs in terms of the instrumental. There were so many cool guitar parts, lead guitar parts, melodic riffs, here, there, and everywhere. I loved that complexity. It wasn't just reliant on the open chords entirely. It did rely on the open chords somewhat, which is fine, but there was a lot of nice, more lead guitar melodies that were really very much to the forefront in this song that kept my ear very interested. They were present a lot in the main riff that sort of like, love that part. There was some interesting percussive sounds in the side channels there during that riff. The overall production on the sounds was really pleasing too. Like, whoever mixed this song did an amazing job. I thought their vocal performances were really solid. Sungjin really stood out to me. He really nailed this chorus. I really liked, I think it was Jay and Youngkei who had a sort of really cool part in the post-chorus section where there was sort of a halftime beat, a little bit of a breakdown, which is really cool. What this song was missing for me is stronger vocal melodies. It's not the catchiest song ever, and this is definitely more of a subjective thing, I think, but it doesn't have a melody that sticks in your ear a lot, and it could be due to the metal influence. Metal isn't normally known for being the catchiest genre ever, but I hear heavy Linkin Park influences in this song, but Linkin Park are a very catchy group, and their choruses really stick in your head. This chorus, to me, it was solid, and it wasn't bad, but it's just not something I felt like kind of singing along to or grooving along to. And I do think that as much as I enjoyed the heavy metal influence and the guitar parts, I do think they could have gone further, even further with it. Maybe a nice little scream or something in there, or like a more extended guitar solo, some heavy breakdowns. That would have been cool. I know that's asking a lot, since they are, I guess, mainly a pop rock band. I do like that they went seemingly outside their comfort zone with this song. I don't know if they have many songs like this. But again, it is understandable that this song was recommended to me, but it's strange. Once I hear their heaviest metal song, I'm complaining that it wasn't poppy enough. Like, I didn't find it was like, it had that poppy, catchy quality that I do enjoy also. However, their vocals are really solid, and it is worthy of second place currently. So yeah, to summarize, great instrumental, loved the heavy riffs, would have liked for them to take the heaviness further as well as the poppiness further. Okay, next we have So by JYJ. This is one of the older songs we're checking out. This is from 2014. We don't have a color-coded video for this one as I wasn't able to find one. Let's see how this goes. All right. Very, very strong contender here. You know, this song, it didn't reinvent the wheel, right? It is working within a very traditional structure where it's a power ballad. It's predictable. You sort of know where it's gonna go. But where this song really excels is the arrangement is very detailed, and you can tell a lot of work and passion was put into it. You know, they didn't just phone it in and just throw chord after chord after chord. There's very detailed string parts. There's nice tension and release in the strings. There's a lot of range in the strings. I'm talking about the strings a lot because I love the string arrangement on this song. And even in just that one series of instruments and the orchestral work, there's a lot to unpack here. The vocal performances were insane. So good, so much passion and power. It sounded like there was really good line distribution there. Heard a lot of Jae-jung and Junsu killing it. Yu-chun, I'm still trying to differentiate his voice from the others, so I didn't notice a lot of him, and that's kind of why I prefer to look at these color-coded videos so I can see who's singing. But I also want to address the chorus, because this is kind of what I'm talking about when I say I like a catchy chorus. Like, I can easily sing that chorus back to you now. It's a very distinct melody, which is what I felt Rescue Me was lacking a little bit. Now, I hate to I hate to compare songs like that and potentially infuriate fan bases, but you know, this again, these B-side battles, they're really all in good fun to sort of get into the science of songwriting. I'm not really trying to make one band look bad or make the other group look better. I'm really just comparing it song by song here, so I hope you'll forgive me for making that comparison, but that's what I mean when I say I appreciate a really catchy chorus that sticks in your head. On the other hand, I do feel like this chorus was a little bit too catchy and it was a little bit repetitive, especially towards the end. However, I do think that the ad-libs helped to give it variety and keep it alive. I think something that would have helped with the repetitive nature of the song is a key change that is also quite traditional in power ballads and would also have been a predictable aspect, but I still think it would have helped to alleviate some of the fatigue I got from that melody. It's also possible that a key change would not have been feasible given that it really sounded like they were singing at the very top of their range, so that probably would have been a no-go for them, as amazingly talented singers as they are, and they can already sing super high. So this song, as you can probably tell, is going in second place, so the other two are getting bumped down. Yeah, and EXO is still in first place because I appreciate, I guess, the more modern approach to the songwriting. Again, So is very traditional, and that is totally fine, but just a little bit more experimentation might have helped it get bumped up. Okay, moving on to BTOB Heaven. I'm going to pause this because the audio quality of this doesn't seem to be very good. I don't know if that's the song itself or if it's the upload. I'm suspecting it's the upload, but I'm going to try a different video for this. I hate to interrupt it, but you know, we have to do it justice. Hopefully this is better. Okay, my thoughts on this song are that it is not going to be one of my favorites of this battle, unfortunately, and I'll do my best to explain why. We have another ballad here, okay? It is sort of in the more traditional vein, such as JYJ, but what this song is lacking for me is a more interesting arrangement. The chord progression it's a very common, tried and true derivative chord progression that is present in thousands, potentially millions of songs. This in itself is not a bad thing, but for me, if I'm trying to pit these songs brutally against each other. I have to look at everything that they do, potentially the risks that they take, and this song was riskless. It was very, very safe. Very cute, very pretty, of course. And I'm also fully aware, having read my comments, that BTOB is considered a healing group. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that means, but what I do gather is that their specialty is they make very cozy, warm, comforting music, potentially for people who need a little bit of happiness and pleasantry in their lives, who are going through tough times. And that is a really beautiful thing, and it's a great niche that they've carved out for themselves. However, compared to the other songs on this list, it's just not a very interesting composition. And of course, their vocals are astonishing. Everyone nailed this song. I enjoyed Penuel's parts, but again, like the music that he was singing over was just so uninteresting. This song completely lost me a few times because there wasn't really a whole lot to pay attention to. Like, you can see, I guess if you have a sense of my taste by now, you can see how Higher grabs me so much, and then this song loses me a bit. And it's not because this is a ballad and Higher is a more upbeat song, it's just that even for an upbeat song, Higher had a lot of stuff going on, and even for a ballad, it sort of pales, even in comparison to the other ballads that I've heard from them. One thing I will say is I think the chorus melody was really pretty, and there was also really cool like synth stuff going on in the chorus that caught my ear. And I'm talking specifically about Hyunsik and I think Changsub's parts in the chorus. It was a good chorus, solid, probably the best part of the song, but everything else felt like a bit of a slog. And I also think that the production style didn't do it any favors. The production style was a bit crude with the loud drums, and I did notice how in the first video I thought there was a problem with the audio because everything was just so loud. And then when I went to this video, it was a bit better, but I am noticing that this song is produced very loudly, which gives it, again, a sort of a crude feeling. Like the mastering in the song is not very good. And what mastering is once the song is recorded and mixed, everything initially is actually recorded at a very low volume. So in the mastering process, the mastering engineer turns the song up as far as it can go without blowing out the speakers. And I think the mastering engineer got a little bit excited or something because this song is very loud. It's all very compressed. It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of room for their voices or the instruments to shine. And that, I think, also hurt this song. So now that I've completely gone off on this song, I do apologize if this appears harsh. I'm doing my best to just vocalize all of my thoughts. Yes, I will go out on a limb and actually say that this is a weak song, and not even in terms of this list, but in terms of their other compositions that I've heard. And it's quite possible that my bias, Hyunsik, composed this because everyone has told me that he composed it, but he's got better ones up his sleeve. That's just my feeling. So unfortunately, this song is going in last place. How the mighty have fallen. But, you know, we keep it real, we keep it fair around here. It is a song-by-song basis. So even the winners of the previous battle are not safe. All right, we have one song left. This is by TVXQ, very popular group on the channel, one that I'm very fond of. But let's keep it fair and just judge the song as is. Let's go. Okay. Let me think about this for a sec. So I like that song a lot. It is from 2008. So the production style has not aged the best, but you know, you can sort of put yourself in that era and enjoy the production sort of for what it is. The groove is very enjoyable. I love the attitude of the song. I don't know if I've heard another TVXQ song where they give this much attitude in the vocals. I really loved the vocal performances in the song. The harmonies were insane, absolutely lush. Some of the vocal melodies were just crazy. I think there was a part by Max where it was like a pre-chorus, and the rhythm that he was spitting in was so interesting. And on that level, this is a very creative track. They had a lot of fun with this. Everyone seems to get a really good, sick ad-lib in there. I do think the main hook of the chorus is a little cheesy. It kind of grates on me. Hey, don't bring me down. You know, it's a little bit, what's the word? Obvious. But I did enjoy the rest of the chorus. It's just that one line I wasn't crazy about. Yeah, I really was impressed by the smooth harmonies on this song, and it just had a good flow to it, good rhythm. I think witnessing this song live would be insane. Like, so hype. I think it just would be something to behold. In terms of where I would put this song on the list, I'm actually so torn. This is a part of the challenge of not having a theme. In the last battle, we had a theme so that the songs kind of sounded a little bit similar to each other, but in this battle, we are really pitting ballads against hype songs, against rock songs. So it is difficult, but I'm trying to judge each song as is and do the placement based on that. Right now, this is very tough. For now, I'm just going to put it below Day6. Yeah, I think that works because while I prefer this song to Rescue Me, the reason why Rescue Me is going ahead of it is because the production was better, and Rescue Me is a song that has multiple dimensions, whereas I feel like Hey Don't Bring Me Down is more one-dimensional. It's very much the same vibe the whole way through, whereas I feel like Rescue Me is a song that has potential to even climb higher on the list than the more I listen to it. However, I do think that this order is my final order. Do I want to make many more considerations? I would actually love to put NMIXX above TVXQ, but unfortunately, I do have to put some emotional stock into the way I order this, and emotionally I just preferred the TVXQ song. So yeah, EXO Forever, amazing vocal lines, amazing atmosphere, great production, great rap parts, just killer all around. JYJ So, a stunning ballad with a catchy chorus and a great arrangement, just a little bit too repetitive, which might have been what prevented it from getting first place. Day6, Rescue Me, amazing instrumentation, just could have felt like the vocal lines could have been a bit catchier, even though they were well performed. TVXQ, Hey Don't Bring Me Down, a banger. Amazing harmonies. Again, maybe could have benefited from a more interesting bridge, even though there were some cool electronic elements to add a bit of variety. NMIXX, Run for Roses. This was overall a really solid song, and I loved, again, the influences in the instrumentation, and their vocals were really good. But emotionally, it just didn't grab me the way the top 4 songs did. Again, there were some questionable country vibes in there that felt a bit out of place. Lastly, BTOB's Heaven. Simply not their strongest song, in my opinion, lacking a lot of instrumental interest. Vocal melodies were solid, the vocal performances were solid, but just nothing that really stood out to nudge it up higher on the list. So yeah, for you EXO fans, we are now going to do a lyrical analysis of Forever. For everyone else, if you don't want to stick around, please leave a comment for what B-side you want featured in B-side battle number 3. Again, patrons do get priority, so check out my Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive content and get a guaranteed reaction request. But yeah, otherwise, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Okay, we're going to jump right into the lyrical analysis for EXO Forever. You could be my only star, you could be the moonlight. Just like this, let's be forever, forever. Girl, you know you got me up. Believe me, my heart is racing like crazy. That's all mine. Yeah, I was wandering and found the pinball. Make me feel so nothing can compare with how you make me feel. Even if we can't find the edge of this universe, it's strange because I can feel you no matter where you are. 'Cause you could be my only star. You could be the moonlight. You're all I need in my world forever. Like a lot of EXO's songs, a lot of pop songs across the board, this is a simple love song using a symbol or metaphor for forever, you know, the universe, the expanse, to symbolize their love for this person. I run to you through the darkness. I'll hold you close to me through this crazy race. Let's make it forever. Don't disappear. This is the end for me. We'll never find a love like this again. Don't break my soul. Your gaze, words, and everything forever. When the morning finds us, I'll cover you warmly with my whole body. Hold me close to you too. Even if the sun rises, without you I'm cold, no matter where you are. Even if I'm soaked in rain, I'm thirsty. I like that. I run to you through the darkness. I'll hold you close to me through this crazy race. Okay. Only let me see you. Come into my arms so nobody can touch you. let me hold you. Yo, nice skirt. I remember reading that part in the lyric video. You push me up to the mound. I wonder what that means. Pitch her go, she's the baddest one around the town. Put it to work, you shine like metal. In front of her, I can't help but be shallow. A bit of a turn there in the lyrics, I guess, just kind of expressing their interest in this girl in a more casual sense, rather than making it like a cosmic love. She gets it all, she's tonight's top celeb. Hit me and we're going hard. Now it's official, let everyone know you're mine, something completely raw. Oh my goodness. Hold up, I let go of it all, you're all I have left. Let's take this to the end, rock and roller. We have the same fate, the quarter's already been tossed. You're the controller that moves me. Feel our soul forever, I'll run into. That's cool, you're the controller that moves me. Bit of a video game reference there. Creative. Don't break my soul, your gaze, words, and everything forever. Yeah, not the best lyrics I've read, but there are some really funny lines in here that are kind of interesting, like the controller line and what was the other one I liked? Oh yeah, even if I'm soaked in the rain, I'm thirsty. It's funny because the lyrics start off kind of romantic and deep, and then they take a turn to more casual, lustful kind of direction, and I don't know if there's something intentional about that or if they just kind of threw some ideas at the wall with the lyrics here to see what sticks. But either way, I'm not mad. You know, it's a banger of a song with a couple cute, interesting lines in it. Pretty cool. Alright, that's it for today's B-side battle. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe. Become a patron. Help me out here. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.